friends, I'm Bev Adams. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And I thought I'd show you this card. This one is made with a happy thing which was available for Celebration, and I think that this video will not get published before Celebration is over, so I hope you got this stamp. But if you didn't, this technique can be done with many different stamps. I was looking at Sweet Laughter, which is in our spring mini catalog on page 36, and you could do the same thing with an image. Really, it's any image that will fit in our piece of Whisper White cardstock. Let's get started. I'm using a card base that's Wild Wasabi, that's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4 for my card base. I have a piece of the Painted Blooms Designer Series paper that's 5.5 by 2. I have, and if you are a follower of Connie Stewart, these are actually flashcard pieces. This is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, and the Whisper White is 2.5. 2.5 by 4. And then I have a piece of Whisper White that will go inside that's 5 by 3 3/4. I'm also using, in addition to Happy Thing, I'm using Choose Happiness because I thought that this leaf goes very nicely with the lemons. And my ink is going to be Wild Wasabi on everything. So I'm going to stamp my leaf on the piece of paper that will, piece of Whisper White cardstock that will go inside. I'm also going to stamp that on my envelope. I have the greeting from A Happy Thing. Our friendship is a very happy thing. I'm going to stamp that in this bottom right corner of the inside of the card. I'm going to stamp Love Life in this bottom right corner of the Whisper White. And then I'm going to stamp the lemon 2 times. I'm going to stamp it 1 time around a Love Life and wanting the stem to hang down fairly near the bottom of this card. And then I'm also going to stamp it on the Daffodil Delight cardstock. I wanted about a 1/2 inch, I want the edge of the lemon about a 1/2 inch from the edge of the paper, and I want to be sure not to go within that 1/4 inch or so around the outside of the cardstock. I want to cut out that lemon, but I want to use the frame of it to go around here, so I don't want to cut into that cardstock. So I'm going to punch the lemon out with the 1 3/4, is that right? Yes, the 1 3/4 inch hole punch, which is big enough to cut out the lemon, and not so big it's going to go into that border we want to keep. And then this lemon is really easy to cut out, so that makes, I don't like fussy cutting, but this is a very easy shape to cut. And really that's about all we need to do except assemble our card. So let me bring back in my card base and my Designer Series paper, and I'm just going to adhere this. I'm using Fast Fuse, but you can use any adhesive for this. just gotten into the habit of using Fast Fuse. I'm going to adhere the edge of the Whisper White cardstock to the yellow, the Daffodil Delight. I'm going to use Daffodil Delight to tie a bow around the top. This is that 1/2 inch seam binding. And I'm going to use my third hand, which is an alligator clip, and that just holds my ribbon tight where I want it, and I don't have to worry about that. And then tie my bow. And what is it about tying a bow on video or in front of people that makes us all thumb-fingered? We can all tie our shoes just fine, but putting us on display, and it's hard. Now, I didn't worry about where this was going because I can slide my bow, my ribbon up where I want it. I want it at the top of this card, and I'm kind of going to put my bow to the left and then just snip my ends. Then I will put this onto my card base with dimensionals. And that goes kind of in the center of my card. And I'm going to put my lemon, and I'm not using dimensionals, although I suppose you could. I'm putting that right on top of the stamped image so it looks like I colored it in. And it's so much easier than coloring it in. And my card is done. If you would like to order any of the supplies, or if you'd like to try this out with Sweet Laughter from our spring catalog, come on over to bevadams.com. I'd love to be your demonstrator, and you can also get the detailed instructions for this card. Thank you very much. Bye.